Go.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. My name is Ntando from Orlando West. I'm a local tour guide and I'm even a historian that lives in Orlando West. So right now we're outside Archbishop Desmond Tutu's house, the second Nobel Peace Prize winner. He was appointed and chosen by Nelson Mandela to be the leader of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 1984. And then in 1994, then he was appointed by Nelson Mandela to be the leader of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, where it's a platform where people reconcile, people forgive and forget about the oppressors that oppressed the South African black people, because we didn't have any racial equalities at that time. So Nelson Mandela and Archbishop Desmond Tutu contributed a lot in the equality in South Africa, where we did not have equality at that time. So the Truth and Reconciliation was a platform where the perpetrators and the victims that were on the 1976 struggles, where we had a lot of people that were killed, just like Bantu Steve Biko and just like Chris Hani. So Desmond Tutu had opened that platform so that people can talk about their problems, can talk about the scenes that they have done to Chris Hani and to all the Steve Bikos and all the victims that have suffered in the 1976 struggles against Afrikaans as a medium of instruction. Because Afrikaans was a medium of instruction that was introduced to all the South African black schools in Soweto. Because the students did not want to learn with that language, but June 16, 1976 was the day they had to stop the mistreating that was done to the black people. Stop the mistreating that was done to all the citizens that are black that were living in South Africa at that time. So Archbishop Desmond Tutu contributed a lot, and they were living in the same street as well as with Nelson Mandela, because two Nobel Peace Prize winners are only here in South Africa and only Soweto only. So this side, it is called the Beverly Hills of Soweto. We have beautiful houses and guest houses and res, like student accommodation places, because in 2010 we were hosting the Football World Cup. So a lot of tourists were sleeping inside rental cars because hotels were overcrowded. So people thought that let them use their rooms and houses so that people can sleep here. Here at Nelson Mandela's house. So here on the wall, we have bullet holes that you see, 3 bullet holes that they were trying to shoot the house when Winnie Madikizela Mandela was here inside with the children. Hector Zolile Peterson, a 13-year-old schoolboy, was shot and died at this corner during a clash between the police and the students in the uprising against Afrikaans as a medium of instruction. Hector Peterson was struck by a bullet right here in this corner. This line that you see down here, it is called the firing line. This firing line. So that day the plan was going to Orlando Stadium and going to Orlando Police Station to leave that memorandum that they are tired of the Afrikaans language, they are tired of the Afrikaner people mistreating the black people in South Africa. We're outside Hector Peterson Museum. So this is the picture that was taken by Sam Zimmer that day in June 16, 1976. So that day carrying is Hector Peterson, and who is carrying Hector Peterson is Mboisa Makubu, who went missing after the picture that was taken by Sam Zimmer. Even now, he's the only one that they don't know where he is, even right now. So he's still missing. So everything that is here has information. The walls that you see, the breadth, the length, and the heights of the bricks are not the same, meaning the students were not in the same age, were not in the same grade. The gaps that you see on these walls are meaning the missing information. You have a lot of missing information which is not inside the museum and which you're not bringing the South African schools to learn more about their roots, where their grandmothers and grandfathers are coming from with the history of schooling in Soweto. This water that you see here means the tears and the blood that was shed by the students in the uprising against Afrikaans as a medium of instruction. Before it was construction here, there were rocks and stones inside this water, meaning that was the only weapon that the students used that day. They had no guns, they had no knives, but only stones and rocks to try to retaliate to the Afrikaner policemen. And the water that you see here going to that bridge, meaning water under the bridge, that means they've made peace.